Welcome, paranormal seekers, and let us go into the abyss. Join us to open your mind, both of your ears, and all three of your eyes, and discuss all things supernatural. We believe that we all learn from each other, and we all have a lot to learn. What will you learn today? Here are your hosts, paranormal investigator Sean Gilmore and Chaos Witch Zorina Crow. Welcome.
Ha, crow.
Sorry.
Oh boy. So yay for technical difficulties. Sorry we got a late start, everybody. It's been a special day. It's okay. It is what it is. We move on, and that's part of doing a live broadcast. So it's all good though, because we have an awesome show. So there you go, right?
Yeah.
So our guest, he is somewhere out there. We had some problems. You know what? I think he is connected here. He is. So, but once he's ready, he's going to let us know, and we will let him know that I don't know what's going on anymore. But okay. So, anyways, guys, welcome to Into the Abyss. We're a little bit off kilter today. Yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. We've been cooped up in our houses for freaking God knows how many days now. It's probably been like 3, but I don't know about you, Zarina, but everything's shut down. Everybody's working from home, and man, bowling alleys are closed, movie theaters are closed. So
I literally have cabin fever. I can't stand it. Everything is closing down like we're a one stoplight kind of town. And I'm like, oh no, this is not happening for Zarina.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy. And like, I don't know, they're canceling investigations and paracons. So it's a special time. But this is when we need to be strong and we stick together, and we hope that we all stay healthy. And that's why we're staying inside, is to keep each other healthy.
Just
so, here we
pass the sanitizer.
So John actually says that he's ready. But before we bring you on, John, we have a huge announcement. You may have noticed there's a change made to our Facebook announcement. There's been other posts made, and there's a change in our intro, and that you may have noticed. There's a little logo there, a little logo in the corner there, guys. You know what that means? We have an awesome new sponsor, guys.
Sorry.
That's our new sponsor, guys. We are sponsored by the Haunted Hinsdale House. We are so very blessed and feel so very lucky to have this brand new sponsorship. Guys, and in return, you know what? We just want to help. I mean, this shirt here, this awesome shirt, Paradad shirt. Whoops, wrong way. Sorry. Paradad, the man, the myth, the bad influence. Guess what? Turn my fat ass around.
Woo!
From the Hinsdale House. What?
$1
Go.
bills,
And you
Joe.
can get yourself a
$1
shirt like
bills.
this too. But guys, seriously, go get a shirt because they're cool. And also, you can go to the Patreon channel, which is in the ticker on the bottom. So patreon.com/Hinsdale House Museum. Guys, go check it out. Donate the money. They need money, guys. They need new windows, and that is super expensive. This is a house that is paid so that investigators like us can go in and they preserve this home. It's expensive, guys, and they need help. So that's why they have the Patreon channel. That's why they have this awesome merch. or swag, as some may call it. And this is gonna be my shirt, guys. I'm gonna be wearing this every day, every show, not every day, every show. So, because I'm the pair dad, I'm not the only one, but that is my gamer tag. If you guys want to find me on Xbox Live, Paradad79, that's me. So if I'm smashing cars or killing people on Halo, that's Paradad79, that's me. So when you see Paradad79 headshot to you, guess what? That was me getting you with a headshot. Okay. So anyways, I just went off on a little tangent. That was fun. So we're here to talk about paranormal. We have a paranormal investigator who is waiting for us to bring him on. Oh wait, he's gone. Where'd he go? I was gonna bring him on. He's gone.
He ghosted us.
Well, I guess I'm gonna message him and try and get him back on here. Because man, he has some good stuff to share with us. He sent me some EVPs that I want to play for us and everything. So I'm just gonna send him a message.
So is all the merchandise for just the pair dads, or?
I do apologize. This is just again part of the fun of doing a live stream here. So Brian Mersall, every day. Are you talking about XC? Do you see me alive on Xbox Live every day? I don't think I play every day. Oh, Melvin.
Oh,
hey,
hi,
Melvin.
I love Melvin. We had an amazing time.
I don't hear Zarina. Zarina, where'd your sound go?
I don't know. I'm here.
Can you guys hear Zarina? I cannot hear Zarina. Is it maybe me?
I think it's you.
It's me. Oh, wait. What? Oh,
it's you.
It is. It's me. It's
you.
It's me. It's always me.
You're fired. You're totally fired.
Oh, Jesus.
I just wanted to say a shout out to Melvin because I had a fabulous time, if that's okay, on Unexplained Possibilities last night with him, and he was amazing. I love it, and I just wanted to say a shout out to Justin and Letty, and just thank you so much for always supporting us. But yeah, it was brilliant. I really enjoyed Melvin's show.
Melvin has an awesome show, and when you're a guest on his show, I'm like hiding behind her logo. So when I want to hide from you guys, I'm gonna go like that.
Look, I got the Hinsdale house, and the wait a minute.
You're gonna hide in the Hinsdale house, and then the
I know. I was trying to visualize that. I was trying to
get you. So,
I'm behaving now.
Are you?
No, not really.
So I don't know what happened to our guest. He was there. He said he was ready. I wanted up. Here's a new message. Justin Brown just says Zarina has audio on the broadcast. I don't know what happened. I lost my sound. I think that I don't know. I think I need to buy a new sound system for my computer because I don't have my headphones connected directly to my computer. I have it connected to this thing here. If I can.
So does that mean they're just reading my lips?
See.
Or can they hear me?
I can't see. That's what I have it connected to. This little thing here. That's connected to my computer, and for some reason it stopped working.
Can they hear me or not?
They can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure.
It was just me.
Look, I will sign language you, Sean.
I don't know sign language. I'm so sorry. I should probably learn sign language. That'd probably be a good thing for me to learn, but I don't.
I only know one sign language, and that's not appropriate for on air.
I know a couple that really would be appropriate on air. But is it real sign language? I don't know.
It works for me.
So, wait, John came on.
What?
We have John. Guys. We're gonna bring John Delgado on, guys. Here he is. Well, there he was. John, are you there? He sounds like C-3PO.
He might be doing it from his phone, so we might have some technical issues in the that reverb kickback.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's him, guys. That's what he looks like.
John, can you hear us? John, are you there?
I can hear you.
We heard you for a moment, and then you went away.
Mm-hmm. I think. Are you on a phone, John, or are you on a laptop?
I think he's on a phone. It looks like he's in a car.
Yeah. I'm not sure because I'm not hearing any audio whatsoever with him or anything. But anyways, so you were telling me, Sean, that you had some other things going on. I'm not sure what's going on with Mr. John over there.
What are some other news? Everything's getting canceled. I had an investigation this weekend, but the team decided to postpone that due to the coronavirus. I don't know. My kids.
I don't know. He like froze. I don't know. He froze.
He did. He froze. There he is, though. We can see.
I know.
Him. That's half of it.
So what do we do? I'm not sure. You're the technical guru.
I don't know. Everything. You know what we could do? I got an idea.
What you got? What you got, bro?
Actually, do you have your phone close by?
I do have my phone. Only for you, though.
Could you call him on Facebook Messenger?
I can call him on Facebook Messenger.
And then we could just have audio with him.
Okay.
And if you do it on your phone, I can use my phone to play the EVPs he sent me.
All right, we will do this. Let's just high five teamwork. Okay, right here. Bam. That's how we roll. Boom. All right. Woo! I want to do like spirit fingers or something right now, like
Wow, look at this, Gavin from Newfoundland, Canada. Thank you for joining us from Canada.
Hey, Canada. It's not letting me contact. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm in the rabbit hole. I don't.
Hey, John.
Hey, John, can you hear us?
Sir. I can hear both you guys.
Oh. Okay.
I can.
Hey, we got a connection. Okay, so whatever's going on there, let's just leave it like that.
Okay, so I'm wondering if he's on my phone or is he connected into our Bax thing? Because I got him, he shows it like he's up on my phone right now. So do I need to click out of this?
I don't know. Don't keep it open.
Okay.
Let's not break it.
All right. Look.
We got a good thing going here.
Look,
John.
let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock and roll. Let's do some paranormal paradise.
So, John Delgado, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Are you there?
It's a pleasure.
Awesome. Oh, we definitely appreciate your patience while we work through these IT issues here. So I hear an echo. Sorry, guys, ADHD right there. So John, his mic is off.
Yes, sir.
He's
now
there.
We got him.
Can you hear him?
I'm here, sir.
Yeah. He's on my phone.
Awesome. So he's on the phone. So we'll do this. Okay. So John, can you hear us?
I can, sir.
Awesome. Okay. So we had to actually call John on the phone so that everybody could hear him without any problems. So thank you for all of your patience while we work through these IT issues. John, I hope that you are well. I hope everyone in your family are healthy.
Thank you, sir. Yes, everything's nice and calm here in San Antonio.
Oh, nice. Things are crazy up here in Ohio. They're shutting us down. At least it seems that way.
Wow.
So anyways, let's talk about the fun stuff. John, so you are a paranormal investigator, and from your bio, I know that you got into the paranormal by some personal experiences that you had in your home.
That is true. That is true. We wound up buying a mobile home, but we didn't know the previous owner had died in the mobile home. And she started a communication rapport with me, mainly when I was kind of half awake, half asleep, and then it kind of advanced from there. So I had all this crazy activity going on around me. So I wanted to capture the crazy stuff that I was seeing. You know, baby bottle tops flying around, kitchen cabinets closing by themselves. One of the craziest things I saw was a hamper was open. The orb passed over the hamper. As it passed over the hamper, it slammed the top down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I went out and got a camcorder. And the very first filming that I did, I captured an orb going through my kitchen and going down into the floor of the kitchen. So that was the beginning of my quest to capture evidence and wanting to share my evidence with just the world. And it's been 17 years that that happened. So I've been constantly, every year, every day, investigating. Not like some people that, you know, do it for a couple of years and they stop and they come back and they want to claim all 20 years or whatever. This is just 17 years of constantly investigating.
I know that when I first met John, I was living out in San Antonio, and I had an opportunity to go out to a couple investigations with them. And I believe Glenn was with us, and the camera guy, I can't remember at the time. But do you remember that mirror house that we went to, John?
Oh, that was about 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was. And how they had we had hitchhikers actually follow us back from that location.
Yes, I remember my buddy's house.
Yes. So it was pretty creepy. And you know, I think you guys, when we set up there, we caught some EVPs, and we caught a whole bunch of stuff there, and just some really creepy, nasty, dark energy.
Yes. I had something follow me home from there too.
Yeah.
I want to hear more.
So you want to tell him what followed you home, John?
It was just a spirit. I had stuff falling over the house. We would see a shadow person. But luckily, it kind of went away on its own after a while.
Maybe he just got bored with us. You know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Sean, have you ever had anything follow you?
I have from.
Yes, I've had. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I had something follow me from Madison Seminary. I had something follow me from Wilby Coal Supply. Just for that was a quick little visit though, and so I don't know, but I've learned to how to make it uncomfortable so they come back. They don't come back, I should say. There was one time after I went to the Monroe House in Indiana. I was sitting watching TV, and my front door just swung open violently. And I do have spirits in my house, but they don't do that kind of stuff. So that had to be dealt with. So, but yeah, it's. I think it's just it's a risk that we all take as investigators, and so I mean that's something that you should be prepared for. I think.
Yeah, they just like to touch you, though, Sean.
Sometimes. Not all the
time. So what are some of the EVPs that John sent to you? Do we got some good ones?
Are we ready for that already?
I don't know. You're the boss. I'm just talking out loud, man. I'm following your direction.
Well, I'm actually at trying to multitask. I'm failing, and I'm trying to share this post. Why is this not working? I'm trying to share video. I'm trying to work, and this isn't working, guys.
Paraboss, you're Paraboss Dad. You're in charge of all that technical guru.
Oh, I shouldn't be because I suck.
I know, but look, I'm just here to. I'm the plucky sidekick. You know.
Is that what it is?
Yes, I'm the plucky sidekick.
Plucky.
Yeah, you're like the brain, and I'm Pinky. Okay.
Pinky and the brain.
We're eventually going to take over Paraworld.
Oh, okay.
Well, speaking of stuff following you home, I tell all my new investigators, be careful of what you look out for, because you may find it, and it may follow you home. And it's so true, because so many investigators have spirits in their house, and they can't get rid of them.
That's true. People do collect them, and especially if they have a gift, I will say it more so that they're drawn to that like a moth to a flame. And people, who are just newly getting into it, whether they're subconsciously realizing it or not, they do draw them and attract them.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those persons. I've seen ghosts in the parking lot of Walmart, inside the mall, all over the place.
I've run into spirits at Walmarts before. Like hotels. I think that hotels are pretty common though.
Yes, and I will tell you, I when I used to do, when I used to live in Virginia, I used to do like, janitorial work after offices and everything is closed. And I cleaned like the alumni buildings and a couple things up in Virginia, and like these were like from the old Civil War area, in Lexington, Virginia. So I would always come across, I'm trying to sit there and vacuum and clean, and I have like slaves that have departed from this world come up and just visibly stare at me, and like I'm trying to vacuum and put my earphones on because I'm like, I got work to do. I ain't got time for that right now. But I'm like, so I've seen a little bit of everything, mostly from definitely where I've worked, and I worked at night, because I found that they're definitely more active during the night versus the day. But I know that especially around the area that I worked in, there was a lot of Civil War stuff going on, a lot of just unsettled energy, unsettled negativity, I guess, just from all the war and the death and the dying. And I think a lot of those were impromptu hospitals at the time, during those time periods for for soldiers and whatnot. So you just had that flood of those spirits that just carried it seemed to carry on in those loops. Is that the same as well as that, John, that you find with San Antonio, being around the Alamo and all that kind of stuff? Have you guys ever investigated any big areas like that?
Oh, I went with the Alamo.
Huh?
I did personal investigation of the Alamo.
Oh, just really?
Kind of like the down low,
That's awesome.
We got EVPs outside the Long Barracks saying, choose another. The spirit box was very, very active. But the people that run the Alamo, the daughters of the Republic or something like that.
The Daughters of the Confederacy.
Okay, they don't want anything to do with paranormal. As a matter of fact, you can't even take a picture inside the Alamo, much less video.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of spirits around the Alamo and downtown.
What has been the most haunted place that you had, did an investigation there in San Antonio? What was the most significant one that really made an impact on you or your team?
Okay, well, I always get this question, have you ever been scared when doing an investigation? And because first off, as far as haunted places, there's tons of them here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to investigate the old Lone Star Brewery. And what happened there, we were in a large warehouse. At the end of the warehouse, I could see the shadow people running back and forth. There was about 15, 20 of them, maybe 25.
Wow.
And they would run up to us and say something and then run back to where they were all at. They would run up to us and touch us and run back. And my buddy was a security guard. He had a big old gun, and I tell you what, I did not feel safe at all.
Wow.
Wound up getting burned 2 times there at that location.
Wow.
It felt like insulation was just rubbed on my arm and my leg. Like that pink stuff, it just burned and burned. Also, I was walking through the old exhibit area, and something touched the back of my head. I swung around with my camcorder to just film it, make sure there wasn't like a wire, something coming down, and there was nothing. When I reviewed the video, old man EVP said, "Get out."
Wow. Oh, that's just even creepy when you said that. I felt that.
He was the one that touched the back of my head. Yeah. It was interesting. So that's the one time that I've really, truly been scared.
Now, have you ever visited a hotel and had any experiences at hotels? Because I know, like, a lot of the times I've traveled, I've had some really creepy stuff happen at hotels.
Yes, one time even when I wasn't investigating. I was in Anthony, New Mexico, driving back from Vegas back to San Antonio. About 5 o'clock in the morning, I got up to use the bathroom. I looked toward the shower curtain. I saw this red glowing orb just take off and go through the wall of the next room.
Mm.
Yeah.
That just gave me chills. There's something that comes up, about the year 1890. Is that significant in anything that you've, been around or traveled or, investigated?
Not that I can think off the top of my head.
Okay. Because that year comes up, and it was hold on just a second. It was, go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
So I want to apologize because I'm over here like messing with my phone. I apologize. Facebook, guys, I'm very unhappy with Facebook right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it won't let me share on my computer. So I had to pick up my phone in the middle of our podcast and make sure that I share as much as I can quickly on my phone. So, guys, if I could please ask everyone that's watching, please share this. Apparently we're not getting the support from Facebook. So if we can get support from our listeners and the people that are watching us, we really, really appreciate it. So with that, we're going to get back to the spooky shit.
Okay, yeah, because my buddy Danny is sitting in with me. He's my other psychic pal, and so he helps me not to have a meltdown. He's my sanity, thank God. So but anyway, he's kicking back some things with me as well, and we're
I'll jump on the screen with you.
Come on, Danny. I don't know if you can hear him though on the headphones though. But he does podcasts with me. He's a psychic. He does like more of like the angel cards and things like that. So I'll try to get him into the picture here. But we're kind of just kicking back at what's John saying, and that we're just talking about different things. And he's connecting with me because when we connect with each other, we have a very, very strong rapport.
Isn't that cool when that happens?
Yeah, it really does. The first time I ever met him, I kind of blew him away. He thought literally he was being punked because he thought there's no way you can know all that stuff about me. So, but
So real quick, Dan Porter, he said he shared it, and I pulled up his comment here. I'm looking at his picture here. He's got some sort of like mannequin or dummy something. Man, that thing is creepier than things I've seen on investigations. I don't know what the heck that thing has in its mouth. I don't think I want to know.
I don't know, but it's a little creepy. That's like what is that doll in that the haunted doll thing?
Yeah,
And Annabelle, yeah, I think that's Annabelle's mama. I'm just saying,
it's her mom.
That's her mom.
It's her mom with the coronavirus.
Either that or her Nana. I'm just saying that's Nana Corona. That's what it is, Nana Corona. But what I wanted to say, for some reason, when him and I connect, we're being in that San Antonio area, and just that he's coming up with a guy with a definitely very thick mustache and 1890s, and so we're just trying to figure out who this might be and who we're connecting to that might have been on one of your investigations. Inquiring minds want to know, John.
Just real quick, Dan says that picture was taken at Trans-Allegheny. I don't know if everyone's familiar with Trans-Allegheny Asylum, but that's a pretty freaky place. So it makes sense that you would find something like that there. So, sorry. Back to...
I like freaky. All right, I'll be quiet. I'll be good, Sean. So you could keep on.
No, we need to hear from John.
Yeah, John.
So
tell us more. I'm sorry, I'm just blabbing and having my own little conversation with myself.
That's okay. Now let me ask you guys a question. On your guests that are on your radio show, have you ever had a spirit from them come to you in real time just by talking to them on your radio show?
I have not on our show. There was, I believe it was a show that I was on with Eric McGill on Melvin's show. I think we captured an EVP there.
Ooh, we never have tried to do that before. I'm so down with that.
It wasn't on purpose. It just happened. It just came through.
But I want to do something live and awesome like that.
Well, one day we should do a live investigation. We should do a live investigation at the Hinsdale house.
I know, because I'm coming up. What? Woo!
I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah, that's for real. I'm going to come up.
The reason that I say is because Buddy Glenn, that's why he doesn't do radio shows anymore.
Really?
Because of all the spirits that come to him during the, talking to other people that have spirits in their location.
Wow. That's...
When we do investigations, the people have to go through me, not through him. Because he'll wind up with the spirits.
He needs to do protection. Because you know what I'm saying? Because all the investigations, all the people I talk to, all the stuff I do, man, I ward and I protect. I'm telling you what, I feel like I got so much stuff on me like Mr. T sometimes. I'm literally rocking around like, I got some serious metal on me and some talismans, man. That's how you what. I know Sean's got some good talismans to protect him, so.
I mean, I got stuff, it's kind of funny you say that though. When you right after you do the shielding and you did your prayer and you're walking into the location, it's like you feel like a WWF wrestler, walking up to the ring, all right, you're ready to go. You feel strong, you feel protected, spiritually anyway. So I've always kind of had that little analogy in my head. I've actually never shared that before. So, but all
right, so you're walking around like Ric Flair going, woo!
or Hulk Hogan, yeah, brother.
I'm sorry.
Tearing my shirt off. I'm kidding. I'm not really gonna do it. First of all, I like my shirt. Second of all, nobody do that. So, John, I've never investigated in Texas. I've investigated in Arizona. Our background picture for the show is actually a location in Arizona, but I've never been in locations in Texas. I'm very, very curious to know, what are some of the big hot spots near where you live?
Right off the bat, in Corpus Christi, there's a USS Lexington. It's a aircraft carrier.
Nice.
The Kling brothers from the old show Ghost Lab.
Yeah.
They do a yearly ghost hunt aboard the ship. And it's
That's awesome.
all access. You can go anywhere you want, all the way down to the bottom. And let me tell you, that place that is very, very haunted, very, very active.
What is when you went on investigation? What happened to you there?
We captured a whole bunch of EPs, and in the brig, I even got spirit lights.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, they just lit up by themselves. They faded away. They light up and fade away. It did it down the brig about 4 times.
Wow.
And while those lights were going on, we captured an EVP of a man saying, "We lost Brazil." Don't know what he was talking about, but
wow,
we lost it. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, going on an old battleship or something like that it's a bucket lister of mine. So that would be awesome. I think that there's got to be some if there's like ever a way to get into like an old like submarine, I bet you there's at least some really good residual stuff going on in the submarine. I think
that's Galveston, Texas.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah, it's right by the USS Texas. Yeah, and they
I need to go to Texas.
Yep.
See, Sean, you need to be careful what you ask for because you just manifested that, babe. I'm just telling you right there. Boom.
Yeah.
I need to go to Texas.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot spots here.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Like out here, Ohio and Indiana, Pennsylvania, like this whole area here around the Great Lakes, like there's a ton of places around here. So here, Dan Porter says the Concordia Cemetery is one of the
Paso. Ghost Adventures filmed there.
Really?
Yeah, they got shadow people there. What's his name? Ramirez, the Night Stalker. He used to hang out there.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Ramirez, the Night Stalker? I don't know this. He was a serial killer?
Yeah, he had the pentagram on his hand, like in court. Richard Ramirez.
Where have I been that I've not heard that?
I don't know. Where have you been?
I don't know. I don't watch the news, apparently. I swear.
Well,
no, it's old, Serena. Even Joe Dirt joked about it in his movie.
Joe Dirt. Yeah.
Joe Dirt.
Dirty Joe Dirt.
What?
Yep.
Keep
Joe
on
Dirt.
Yeah, Dirty. That was a good movie.
What's the most scariest thing that's happened to you over your years, John?
Oh my goodness, so many.
Tell us all the scary and then some funny. I want to hear some funny.
Okay, well, like really, really cool. This was in my grandmother's house. I was looking toward the living room, and I saw like a lady dressed in like a grandma house dress. As I looked up to her face was like brown, like sand. No features, no eyes, nothing.
Wow.
And I looked up, and her hair was like, remember in Beetlejuice that thing sitting in the chair with the hair sticking up like white. Okay, the hair was like that.
Wow.
And as I looked back down again, I looked through it. I saw my dog on the sofa, and when I focused on the dog, she was gone.
Wow.
That was a shapeshifter, I believe.
Now, out in Texas, they have all these, myths and legends and things like that, especially like, down there, like in the reservations and stuff like that, skinwalkers and all that, different things. And of course, the chupacabras. I'm freaking out about chupacabras. Oh. Sorry, I had the whole chupacabra thing, Sean. I'm sorry.
I think it would be cool to see chupacabra.
No, I don't want to see a chupacabra.
Why not? They're little.
No.
Yeah, they're little.
They're freaking me out, man. I'm telling you.
They're like big rat things, rat dogs. It's like a chihuahua on steroids.
Yeah, hairless show.
Yeah, but they will eat you all bones and all. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, it's not. I'd be more scared if I saw Bigfoot.
No, Bigfoot is probably just like he just probably wants to chill, man. I'm just telling you, give him like some carrots and stuff, and he'd probably be all right.
Territory, and he wants to eat you.
I don't think Bigfoot's like that.
So,
have you ever saw Harry and Henderson's?
Yes, I remember seeing that when I was a kid. My favorite part is actually when they strapped him to the hood of the car. I don't know why I like that part. It's funny, but aren't UFOs like huge in Texas too? Aren't there a lot of UFO sightings in Texas?
Yeah, I've seen one here in San Antonio. It was like a little clear orb, but way up high. And we saw it going north to south. And we thought, the plane is so high, it's not going to land over here. We were watching it just kind of silently cruise by, and then it disappeared.
Wow.
So then we started looking around, and then we caught it again, but now it was going east to west. Clear orb, it traveled a little bit more, and then it disappeared.
Wow. What is some of the local legends and stuff around where you're at?
I think the one that everybody knows about is the haunted tracks.
I don't know. Tell me about the haunted tracks.
It was about a school bus that was crossing the railroad tracks. Then the train came and crashed into the bus, and all these kids got killed. But as a matter of fact, Ghost Adventures, when they investigated the Magnolia Hotel, they went out there. Because the thing was, or the legend was, that if you put your car in neutral, the little kids will push your car over the railroad tracks.
That was an old episode. I saw that a long time ago.
Yeah. Did you do it? Did it push your car?
It did, but it was downhill. They brought surveyors out there and they said, nope, it's downhill. And recently they redid the tracks. There's like 3 tracks there instead of 1, and really nobody goes out there anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. See, out by me, we have the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, and there's a lot of activity out there. That's where I go. Oh, it's cool since it's a national park. Most parts of it don't close down at night, so we can go out there at like midnight and be out there till like 3 a.m. So that's one of my favorite things to do at night. Why are you laughing?
Because Donna said that Zarina will give a 9-foot Bigfoot a carrot.
Yeah, I put that on the
happy.
Yeah, 9-foot carrot.
Look,
9-foot Bigfoot, a carrot.
For a 9-foot Bigfoot, look, I'm just trying to make peace in the world.
I thought it'd be like a big carrot. Like, I think that Bigfoot is a carnivore, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think he's a vegetarian.
Maybe there's 2. Maybe some are vegetarians, some are carnivores. But I'll tell you what, I've never heard of a bear that's a vegetarian.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know why I'm comparing a bear to Bigfoot, but for some reason, my head goes to bear when I think of Bigfoot and not bunny rabbit. So I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, there's people who are vegetarians, right? And so no, I could be wrong. Nobody knows anything about Bigfoot.
So, what is your funniest experience that you had while investigating, John?
Funny, Nothing that comes to mind right off the bat.
Melvin says the Aussie one is supposed to be a carnivore.
Oh, because he's down under. That's just saying. It's a different continent. I believe what Melvin said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to play these. Can I play these EVPs?
Yeah, you're the boss.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm just going to pull them up because there we go. So I wasn't able to upload them onto the computer system here, or onto the program. It's on my, but either way, I'm going to play them from my phone, and hopefully you guys can hear them, okay? So here's the first one. Nothing.
I think gadgets hate you. Facebook.
Technology hates me without it. I've been saying that for a long time.
You know.
Hold on.
Okay, we're holding.
I figured it out what the problem is. It's definitely my phone's fault, not mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
One was not here, was it?
It was an EVP.
That was loud.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Where are the soldiers?
You guys hear that?
That sounded like a little kid.
I heard that little kid, right?
Yeah, I did. Clear as day.
That is actually the downtown San Antonio in front of the Spanish governor's palace. It's an old building that was established by the Spaniards.
Wow.
1500s, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually did an investigation for the city of San Antonio. We got a lot of EVPs.
Uh-huh.
And this was outside the building. And I'm asking, where are the soldiers? And my SB7 picked up the little girl. They're dead. She's a pretty smart little girl.
What I'm getting the feeling, she was probably one of the soldiers' daughters.
Could be.
Like the general's daughter. That's what it came stronger. Like he was a man of authority, and that she had died of like color or some type of sickness or something that had to do where like the inflammation filled up in her lungs. That's what I get off of that. I don't know why.
I'm gonna play it one more time, okay? This time you should hear it a lot better. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear that real good? I mean, you can hear it. It sounds like Daddy to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play it again. Just because I want to hear it again. Daddies?
Mm-hmm.
Like was she talking about her daddy was a soldier?
Yeah, that's what I feel like. But he was, like I said, somebody of significant rank. That's what I wanted to say, like a general or something, because when you play that and how she comes across in my visionary mind is that she wasn't like, she didn't have like, she had fancy clothes on. So it wouldn't be like a little girl that was like, just a common, little girl. You could tell that she was well kept.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Danny says she had pigtails, so.
Oh, okay. And Dan Porter says it sounds like a kid. Can't hear what it said though. So I'm going to play it one more time.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that everybody at home can hear it. I love EVPs, so I can do this all night. All right, here we go. And there was no child with you, right?
No child.
That sounds like a really young child too. Wow. So that was a great catch right there. Okay, so these other ones I didn't get to really listen to, but I have them right here. I'm going to turn my volume all the way up. Okay. I'm going to play it again. Sounds almost like a breath. Is that what? Is that the what? What it
I
is?
couldn't hear it at all.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it at all.
You couldn't hear it?
Mm-mm.
I'll play it again. Do it this way. Oh. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Make yourself visible.
So every time I was playing that last one, where no one was hearing that, were they? Because I'm not smart. Okay, so hold on. Let me play the first one again for the people at home because I'm not smart. Here we go.
Brother soldiers.
Here's a child.
Perfect.
Here's a child.
Hmm?
I heard a child.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I heard a child.
So what I had to do was I had to disconnect my headphones for that board.
That was crazy because with that first one, you definitely heard a little girl and it was a child, and I definitely, Danny and I both agree.
There's a child.
That's a child.
Just tell me because.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, that's definitely a child. And that was, Daddy. Okay. So here, I'm going to play this again. Again, I'm going to have to unplug my headphones. So just wait a second before you guys please respond so that it doesn't be really bad for our listeners. Okay, here we go. I did it again. Okay.
Make yourself visible.
All right, again.
Come and speak to me. Make yourself visible.
What was that?
Something's interfering.
That was crazy.
I'm picking up something else that wasn't on that EVP, hon. Something's coming across different. Woo! I felt that all the hairs on my everything just sit up on the back of my neck, Sean.
No, I lost it.
Yeah.
That was weird. What was that, guys?
I don't know, but it was something coming across the frequency, and Danny and I both picked it up at the same time. We both had goosebumps. That was not from that EVP.
No.
It
wasn't.
Nope, it was not. And you got two mediums sitting here with you, telling you that was not from that EVP.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
She's dragging my leg.
I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna see what happens.
Do it.
That was really weird. All right, because you guys will see what is on the CVP, and that was not it. So hold on. All right.
Come and speak to me. Make yourself visible.
And so what's weird is that noise that came through, it started right when that like breath sound comes on. I knew that noise was. That was really weird. So what's the story of that recording there?
Okay, so that's also from the Spanish governor's palace. I'm basically asking the spirit to show himself, and it's an old man, like in a whispered voice, saying, "I can't."
That's the guy with the mustache that I was telling you about.
I was at an undisclosed location, and I asked spirit to show itself to me, and a little girl showed herself to me in the arena, and saw her fit. So that's cool, and it works. Off the topic question. Well, I guess it's kind of on topic, but off topic. John, have you ever tried doing the shaving the haircut thing?
I have. I watched Taps many years ago, so I used to do that for a while. I never got a response.
I haven't either, but I just figured that like if I keep on doing it, I'm bound to get a response sometime. I'd probably shit my pants if I did.
Well, don't do it right now because there's not enough TP, okay, with this corona thing, Sean. I'm just saying we're very limited, bro. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I have a family, so I shop at Sam's Club. So before this whole thing started, I was good to go. So we buy TP that lasts us like 2 weeks. So
are you saying you're one of those end of the world? You got a bunker full of toilet paper down there in your basement?
I'm saying I buy a 32 pack at Sam's Club, like, and it lasts me like 2 minutes. Like, right before the whole TP crisis started, so I'm good.
Well, I'm so glad you're good. That makes my heart feel very well that you're good, bro.
My wife was at Myers and she found a little 4-pack and we donated it to the food bank. So because there's people out there that
that need TP. That's for sure.
TP for their bunghole.
All right. Cornholio. Sorry.
There's another EVP here. I'm gonna play. That's not it. I think that's Serena. Hold on. Here we go.
I want you to knock once if you understand what I'm saying. What the hell was that?
That was a 2-knock.
That was over here. Oh, I thought it was on the right. So I was talking about the.
It's crazy, like when you're investigating and you try to describe what you heard and end up sounding silly in the process. All right, sorry. So here I'm going to play this again.
I want you to knock once if you understand what I'm saying. What the hell was that?
That was a 2-knock.
That was over here. I thought it was on the right. So I was talking about the.
Just like you described. Yeah. What's the story on that one?
That is the San Pedro Theater in downtown San Antonio.
Oh, I love investigating.
And it kind of shows that sometimes if you're kind of have a little bit of a talent or a gift, you'll hear stuff that other folks don't even hear. And that's what happened on this particular investigation.
Awesome. Oh, here's a question. Dan said, what was the question you're asking about soldiers? He's still curious about the child voice. So back to the first EVP. I'll go back and play it.
I think I asked, where are the soldiers?
Yeah, that's what I think it was too. Yeah, I'll play it again just because he asked.
Where are the soldiers?
Yeah, where are the soldiers? It sounds like, do you have like a SB7 going or something?
Yeah, the girl came through the SB7.
Okay.
But I'm hearing they're dead.
They're dead.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm going to play it again.
Where are the soldiers? Where are the soldiers?
One more time.
Where are the soldiers?
Huh.
Yeah, they're dead.
I hear a Y at the end. Oh, maybe. What's he saying?
Oh, Danny was just telling me we're just talking about it that he got the little girl's name, and then it's Anna, but there's something that she was trying to tell a story for some reason. Because like when him and I kind of sit together, we get kind of like the background of everything, and she comes in strong, and she was just
way the front of the line.
yeah, and she was trying to explain something, but I felt like there was not enough time to for her to tell, and I feel like when she does come through, that she just wanted to kind of take him somewhere. I feel like she wanted to show him. So I don't know where did you guys go to after that, John?
Is there a tunnel?
There's
I went home.
oh, okay, because she talks about a tunnel. Is there a tunnel near there?
Other than the old prohibition tunnels.
That's it.
That's where she is.
That's where she's at. So yeah,
I saw her.
yeah,
She's there. She's not going. She's there.
yeah. And I believe that if you do go back to her eventually, that she's going to tell you more of a story, because she's in those prohibition tunnels for some reason. I'm not sure why she's there.
She's stuck.
She's stuck, like in the I guess the residual time loop.
It's called Earthbound.
Mm-hmm.
But she's stuck, but at the same time, it's real-time answers.
I know that's crazy.
But she's still here.
But she's still here. But she'll give you real-time answers.
Yeah, not residual.
Don't
Yeah.
be scared.
All
Just open up.
right, Sean, what are you doing over there, man? You thinking?
I'm trying to fix stuff on my computer. You see how it says like your Zarina Crow? That's the name.
Yeah.
How to get that off, honestly.
Yeah, please. I know how I am most of the time.
You can't see your face; it's blocking you.
What? Jimmy, here, let me fix it here. Because
I was
here.
concentrating for a second.
Yeah,
I heard that thing.
Is that better now? You can see all my diviness.
Uh-oh.
What? I'm just saying.
Go.
I'm bringing the chaos. Here's the bunny down the rabbit hole.
Zarina Crow.
Crow.
Caw.
Caw. Just bring me shiny things. That's all. That's what I'm saying. Just bring me shiny things. I like shiny things.
So, John, what are your favorite places to investigate? You know what it's like to have a haunted home. I'm assuming that you've probably done at least a few private home and private business investigations. What are your favorite types of investigations to do?
Yeah, I've probably done a couple of hundred. I think home investigations are pretty cool. Because usually those people, they're all messed up. They don't know who to reach out to, and they're looking for help.
And I will tell you, when I was with John and we did that one, and immediately as we pulled up to the property, they were like, we don't want you going in this house. I call it the hell house, because I already knew that the dark energy that was in there was pretty bad. And, I'm sensitive, and it stank like, I can smell that energy. And it's just like, when I sat there and I talked with the family and, kind of conferred with them and to let them, know that we were definitely there to help them. And then, there's all these gigantic mirrors that are, all over the wall. And I'm like, whoop, there's your problem. But, I know that, as the guys were setting up and they were doing their, they're asking and, going around, and we went back to the darker part of where I was feeling things, which was in this room behind the kitchen. It was really bad. It was like literally like, it felt like this black gunk that was there, and I got immediately sick and so nauseous. But that, one of the people in the house, I will say this, they made themselves scarce. They immediately left, and will say whatever it was that it was attached to them. They knew it was attached to them, so they wanted to leave because they knew that, once we got complete the investigation, whatever it was going to get dispelled out of that house. So I know that, when we went back and I went through the daughter's room and things like that, I will tell you some people, when you go on investigation, they will, you can try to cleanse or you can try to help people, and you can validate, yeah, this activity is real, but if these people are still conducting the same lifestyle or still dabbing their fingers into dark magic and things that they ain't supposed to be doing, then no matter what you do, no matter amount of what sage blessings or whatever, that stuff is going to come back, even sometimes 3 times worse. And that's what I feel like, that's the sad part. You can go and investigate and try to help people, but if people are not willing to help themselves or really, acknowledge and get the help to get rid of the stuff, it'll come back even worse. And that's just my opinion. But I don't know, John, what do you think about that? Have you tried to help people and you go in and do an investigation, but you just can't, they don't seem to really want to change or do anything with it?
I actually had an investigation exactly along that road. The girl was doing readings over the internet, charging people, but she was really possessed.
Wow.
I got orbs coming out of her, growls coming out of her, and she wanted help, but at the same time, she didn't want her ability to do readings to stop because that was her moneymaker.
Yeah. And that's really sad because, like, when we did do that house, that's what I found, to be honest with you, is that daughter was connected to some really dark shit, and she left as soon as we got there. And you notice that she didn't come back for that while all that time we were in that investigation. And like, even though we walked through and I tried to clear that house as much as possible, and I told those people, you remember that big huge mirror on the wall that was that portal, and I told them they needed to get rid of that mirror. I bet you they didn't get rid of that mirror, and I bet that house went back the same way it was, because that daughter, whatever that dark energy was, she ain't gonna let go of that, because she liked that. It had became her buddy.
I had a client like that where it was actually a mirror, and I, at the end of our investigation, like, we actually made this mirror part of the investigation, and after our last investigation there, we wrapped it. I wrapped it up, and I said, "Here, get rid of this. I'm gonna put it in the shed." I'm like, "If you don't want me to get rid of it, it's got to be on you. At least put it in the shed until you figure out something, but don't have this in your house anymore." And when I followed up with them, they were still having activity. They still had stuff going on, and they still had it taken the mirror out. They had it hidden behind a piece of furniture, but they had not taken it out. And I really just stressed to them to put it out in the shed, and I never heard from them again. So I don't know. Like you said, people, you can lead a horse to water, right? You can tell people, and you can go in, you can sage all you want, and you can say the St. Michael prayer as many times as you want, but that's us as investigators. The people need to take their space back, their home back, and if they're not willing to do what it takes, then unfortunately there isn't much we can do.
Yeah, and it's really sad because, but then there's some good aspects of, like the people who do really want help, and that you were able to clear that house and cross those disembodied things over to the light, and clear that house where that house, can resume and that family can be at peace. And those are aspects that that is really worth it. John, have you ever had a real positive experience like that, that you were able to have a family heal through one of your investigations and have just changed their life for the positive?
Most definitely, quite a few times. But I personally use dowsing rods to cross the spirits over.
Wow, that's awesome. Can you share about that? Because I've just kind of come into that, even though I'm a medium, I'm not have ever really used the dowsing rods, and I just actually learned of that. I would love to hear a couple stories about your experiences with those.
Well, what I do is I try to set up a boundary around the house, like a fence line, Then I use one dowsing rods. I'll start it spinning. I'll tell the spirit that there's no reason for you to be here any longer. Your relatives are waiting for you on the other side, and it's time for you to go. I told her this dowsing rod's going to spin and spin and spin, and when it stops, it's time for you to cross and go. You can actually feel the energy difference. It's like a lifting. It's lighter. And that's been successful for me numerous times.
Wow. Let me tell you what, I'm definitely going to invest in some dowsing rods. Now, do you use the fancy kind with the lights or now the gizzy, wonderful effects, or do you just use basic copper? What do you use?
Well, I think it's more the intent than the device.
Yeah.
I agree.
I've crossed spirits over with a keychain.
Like, so
Really?
I've
gotten so used to the dowsing rods, I can have them stop and change directions on command.
Wow.
That's a keychain.
That's amazing. I'm definitely going to invest. I saw some copper ones online that I was looking at that I was really drawn to the copper. I guess I'm a copper person. And I think I'm going to try to, broaden my experience with the copper ones. But that's fantastic. What else has happened while you've used the dowsing rods? Yeah.
Okay, we were investigating Walker Ranch, which is actually used to be the farm for the Alamo here in San Antonio. I'm sorry if I kind of stumbled because the echo was really getting to me, so I have to just kind of keep talking through it. Okay. But anyway, I was using the dowsing rods. I said, I'm going to use one rod, point to where you're at. So it slowly started slowing down. It pointed to a single tree. And when I looked over to that tree, the shadow person just peeked to one side of the tree and then got back in the middle of the tree.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I want to share a story. As when I was first starting to open up as an empath, and I was at this event at a cemetery called Glendale Cemetery in Akron, Ohio, and I was walking through, and a butterfly came. It was like flying around my face, and then like flew over to a headstone, and it flew over onto the headstone. And I was like, oh, okay. I wonder if there's anything to it. I got my dowsing rods out, and I started asking questions. And I wasn't really getting much interaction, but it was hard because it was nighttime, or it was at nighttime. It was outside, and it was like breezy, so it was really hard to tell what was really going on. And so I stepped away, and the butterfly went from the headstone to the footstone, and then it went from the footstone to my foot. And then I was like, wow. I was like, okay, so you do have something to tell me. And it flew from my foot back to the headstone.
Wow.
Then I was like, okay, so I'm really going to concentrate here. And I got my dowsing rods out, and I'm doing it. And turns out that it was somebody that needed help crossing over. And
wow.
And just as I was doing this, some other psychic friends came by. They walked by this area, and I asked them if they would help me to cross over spirit because I wasn't too familiar with doing it at the time. And so, sure enough, they did it, and we all like tapped in. We did like a little spirit circle around the grave, and ended up learning that the person actually accidentally committed suicide. They overdosed.
Wow.
And so they've always felt guilty for that, and so they needed help crossing over, and so we all kind of helped them cross over, and it was just like so how like this butterfly came and directed me to that, and that experience was just like so like profound to me. Just that butterfly. I mean, there's quite a few butterflies flying around, so it wasn't like odd that the butterfly was there, but the behavior of that butterfly was definitely odd, and it definitely wanted my attention there. So
John, what is the strongest message that you think you've ever received while on investigation?
Message. Well, back to the Spanish governor's palace. I was told that there was treasure buried in the walls.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, they also found babies' bones in the walls in another section of the house there.
Wow.
Yep, so I was actually directed right to where it was at, but of course, it's a city building. I couldn't start digging, but I really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys ever investigated a house where suicide has occurred?
Yes.
I've done 4.
I haven't.
Each one, the spirit was there.
Do you think that because they did commit suicide that they're always trapped in limbo and can never be crossed over? Because I have never found that, in my investigations, if someone passed of natural causes or an accident or something of that nature, but as long as it's been a suicide kind of thing, I don't, do you feel that they can cross over or not? Or do you think it's their punishment to stay in limbo?
Well, I don't know if it's punishment or not, but I feel that they're anchored there.
Yeah, I do too. I really do. I don't ever feel like I've ever saw a person that has committed suicide been able to move on from it. Sean,
Right,
what do you think?
I think I kind of agree. There's this bridge going to Cleveland, Ohio. That's called the Valley View Bridge, and we an old team and I decided to go down there and investigate because there have been so many suicides there. And I'll tell you what, we got down there. They're like, how when you drive down past the freeway and like people like set up little graves where accidents happen and stuff. Well, these are like all, kind of, Well, these are all throughout the bottom of this bridge, and this is a very, very high bridge. And so we're down there and we're doing an investigation, and I just felt like I was being led to these woods towards the other end of the bridge that kind of went down in a ditch. And at first I was like, I want to go down there. And then all of a sudden, as I got closer, the more negative that feeling felt. And so we decided that it was to all of our best interests not to. 1, because it was dark, and 2, because that energy just started to feel more and more negative, and like the energy. As we turned around and we were walking away, something grabbed my ear like this.
Wow.
You know how like your grandma or a teacher would grab your ear, but it felt like a cobweb hand grabbing my ear and pulling it back.
Creepy.
I think that all of that created something or attracted something. And so I think that suicide, I mean, that's, if you think about all the energy that's going through, the sorrow, the emotions, I mean, that's the perfect storm for a haunting, if you ask me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot for a person to get to that point.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that definitely, I mean, there's the person is in such a state of mind.
And I'm in agreement because, like, I was on investigation, in Virginia, and we go to this tunnel that's one of the legends in the area, and it literally is a hot spot, a mega hot spot. And I was with my buddies, Shane and Dave, and they were doing their EVPs, heading on down towards the end of the tunnel, and I'm at the front of the tunnel, and I'm telling Dave and them, don't go down to the end of the tunnel. There's something really down there nasty. And it was all of a sudden, while they're trying to go down there and record something because they don't have no fear, I'm being bum rushed, like surrounded, but like I would say at least 7 or 8 spirits, and like they just stood around me like they were trying to I don't know, like just freak me out, or just like bum rush me, you know what I mean, and I'm standing there and I have my flashlight, my lucky flashlight, And then at the beginning of the tunnel, there's this lady that is like dressed in this old garb. Say, I don't really yawn, you guys. I'm not. I mean,
We're
she's
boring
dressed.
you. Are we
No,
boring you?
no. I just it's been long hours. I'm learning how to get off a graveyard shift, so my brain is a little wanky. But
Sorry to
and
get so boring.
yeah, and so she stood at the front of that bridge, and she just literally blasted like this white light, and she says, you know, she told me it's okay, and they all left. They all just like it dispersed, and then Shane and Dave came back up from the back of the tunnel, and they're like kind of like what just happened, and I just told them, and whatever was in the back of that tunnel at that time, they had captured it like growling. So I know that whatever that energy was, whoever she was, she protected me. So that was like really, really interesting.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So John, since you've been doing this for a long time, what is your favorite piece of evidence that you've captured? Where'd he go?
I think I lost him. John, are you still there?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I had to move for a second.
Okay.
So John, I had asked, what is your favorite piece of evidence that you have captured?
Okay.
Maybe he's not able to hear me.
I'm not sure.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's asking you what is your favorite piece of evidence that you've ever collected in all the years that you've been doing this.
I guess my collection of shadow people would probably be, some of the best evidence I've ever collected. I've got shadow people from the USS Hornet in San Francisco. I got shadow people from Bobby Mackey's, Kentucky. I got shadow people from Waverly Hills.
Wow.
So that's probably, just anytime you capture a shadow person, those are some amazing creatures. They don't adhere to the same laws of physics that we do. They can give you bad dreams. They can scratch you. Shadow people are definitely something else.
I know that Sean just had Eric Rickensecker. Is that how you say his name?
Mike.
And he wrote a book about the shadow people. Are you familiar with him, John?
No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Mike Rickensecker, A Walk in the Shadows. He just came out with the book. It's on Amazon. Sorry, Mike, we're giving you another plug here. This book is great. I'm about halfway through it. But he's done a lot of research on shadow people, and you would probably really dig it. And Mike is he's a great guy. He's been investigating for a long time too, and very well written. And so you might want to look into it. It's not like horribly expensive either. I think it's like maybe like $17 or something.
And John, don't you have a book or something that you're working on as well? Something that I remembered that you guys have a project that you're finishing or coming up and doing, or
I'm about five chapters into the book, Haunted San Antonio, but it's so hard. Life keeps getting in the way in investigations, and I just haven't had a chance to finish it. But yes, I'm definitely working on a book, and I kind of wanted to talk about this a little bit. It was a TV show that we just finished filming recently here in San Antonio. We did 3 episodes of a show. It's going to be coming out sometime soon.
Really? Where can we find the show?
I kind of, I lost the feed from the show. I can hear you, but I don't know what happened to the feed of the show. It just stopped playing. So if you want to ask me any questions or anything, I can definitely hear you.
Okay. All right. So apparently, Sean, he's lost the feed of the show. So
I heard.
Yeah, so what we want to know is, can you give us more information on the TV shows that you just filmed, that so we can share it, so we can get that information out there for people who want to view it.
Yes, most definitely. Our team, San Antonio Ghost Hunters, was fortunate enough to work with our friends Gavin Kelly and his wife, Paula. The show is called Truth or Legends in Your Hometown.
They were on our show not too long ago.
Actually 7 different paranormal teams, and I think it's 7 different states. And we are either proving or disproving hauntings in our hometown. So we were fortunate enough to be able to film 3 episodes of the new show. It's currently being shot as a multi-season show. So we don't have a definite network that it's going to go on. But I can tell you this, because of course I can't talk a whole lot about it, specifics of the NDAs. But it's going to be on a big network. We actually captured some amazing evidence here in San Antonio. I guess I can tell you the names of the investigations, because they were even posting pictures from the particular locations that we were at. But without going into spoiler specifics, we were able to investigate Comanche Lookout Hill, the Buckhorn Museum, and Psycho Asylum Haunted House. In each of those locations, we captured some pretty amazing evidence. You guys just need to take a look at the show. Tune in whenever it does come out. It's supposed to be sometime this summer. We actually have a red carpet event that we're doing for the show in Paducah, Kentucky, at the end of May. And at that point in time, Gavin's going to go ahead and release what network that the shows are going to be on.
Awesome.
So we're definitely looking forward to that, going up to Kentucky here pretty soon. Hopefully, without this stupid Corona thing, won't get in the way.
All right. So let him know, playing the telephone game, let him know that we had Gavin Kelly on the show earlier last year. And we also had another team on, and I'm going to put their picture here. Daniel Everson and Jamie Hunt. They were the Cherry Capital Shadow. They were on our show, and they're going to be on that show with Gavin, on Gavin Kelly's show. So let him know that. He can't hear me, Serena.
Yeah. Oh, that just to let Gavin and Kelly know that what were you gonna say? I totally forgot that.
She was now listening.
I was listening. I just had a blind moment. I just seen your moment. But anyway, John, he said to just let them know that they had been on and
show.
What?
Gavin Kelly was on our show. Say that to him.
Gavin Kelly was on our show, John.
Earlier last year.
He was. Nice.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, really great guy. Really great guy.
He was a good guy. And we also had another team on that is also going to be on that same show.
And another team that was on that show, I think, what was it, Cherry Hill?
Cherry
Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah, they're friends of mine on Facebook.
Yeah. So they're going to be on that show along with them. So I'm just relaying the message. we're doing tag team.
There's a fan page for Truth or Legends in Your Hometown. If your listeners want to look it up on Facebook and kind of just follow it, and they're more than welcome to. Truth or Legends in Your Hometown.
Wow, I'm gonna have to definitely check that out.
Do it, check it out, and
yes, amazing. We got amazing evidence. Let me tell you, I've been in this 17 years. I was amazed. I was shocked.
It's awesome. He can't hear me.
I know. I'm waiting on you. I'm like,
well, I don't know what to say because he can't hear me.
I know.
And then I'm gonna be like, hey, you should tell him this. And then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know that I'll be like, yeah, we had Gavin on the show. And then you'll be like, oh, we want to have Gavin on the show. You'll twist it. It's like the telephone game. You ever played the telephone game before?
I don't know, but what if I take my headphones out? Would he be able to hear you?
Maybe.
Let me see. Let's try this. All right. Let's see what we can do here.
Okay.
Look what I could do. All right. Can you hear us, Sean, now?
Melvin says,
Hey, I can hear you, Sean. What's up, buddy?
Echo.
That's what I'm talking about.
Echo. But there's an echo now.
There's an echo?
There's an echo now.
That's what I've been dealing with the entire show, Sean.
So the reason why you had an echo is because you were hearing it on both ends. You're hearing it from Zarina's phone and on the whatever app here. And so now we're getting it. But now I'm not getting it anymore. Did you fix it, Zarina?
But yes, Danny said he did it. We did just magic. We did our wands and stuff.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm trying to fix it for you. You're like,
Melvin, I'm just going to leave your comment here. I don't even know if Melvin's still
What
here.
did Sean did?
He said, "Did you
Melvin?
break something again?" I may have.
Yes, Melvin, babe. We blame it all on Sean. For real, for real.
It's not the spirits. It's not anything.
it's Henry, okay?
It's Henry, whoever Henry is.
Henry's the Henderson.
Henry the Henderson. It's the Sasquatch that did it.
You blamed him earlier.
have John, have you ever done an investigation in your own home?
Multiple times. Different homes, too.
I'm just.
Would you advise somebody who's not experienced with the paranormal to investigate in their home?
Say that again, sir?
Would you advise somebody who is not experienced in dealing with the paranormal to investigate in their own home?
No, definitely not. Because what happens is that the spirits are going to know that you're there to speak to them. You want to establish a line of communication, and they're going to see that, and then they're just going to keep on and on and on. So it's actually going to make it worse, I believe.
Well, all I'm saying, if they're going to be in my home, they better do dishes. That's all I got to say. Or pay rent.
Some rent, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Laundry, whatever, I'm good with that.
I used to have one that used to open cupboards, but they wouldn't close them.
Well, look, just so long as they don't eat my Cheetos, we good. Otherwise, I'm going to banish them.
What if they took your money?
I want to put my AC down to 50 all the time. I finally stop doing it.
So, John, when you are with a client and you are helping them in their home, what do you do to try and get the spirit to leave, if that's what is needed?
Well, we have a member on our team. His name's Glenn Martinez, and he's actually what's the name? It's a minister, something minister. Of course, ordained minister, but basically he takes care of the spirits via the Lord. Because you have some spirits that they're not going to be run off with dowsing rods. They're not going to be run off with sage. Nothing like that's going to work. It's going to take a higher power to remove the spirits from the location or out of the person. And so that's when Glenn will come in and ultimately do the cleansing of the location, pull the spirits out of the people, and banish the spirits to some far away location. That has been our best way of helping people. Some you can get out with dowsing rods, but you're not going to take out a demon with dowsing rods or sage. I'm sorry. You can say all you say, but it's not going to work.
That's true.
Maybe a spirit, like or should I call it a ghost?
Yeah.
Maybe a ghost you might have, but a spirit you're not.
Yeah.
I tried to move spirits with dowsing rods, and they just laughed and they didn't leave.
Yeah,
So,
I will tell you, demons are no joke. They do not go out with dowsing rods or sage. They're like, no, I don't think so. What you got, boo? Mm-mm.
exactly. That's when it takes the power of the Lord and an actual minister. He's a deliverance minister. That's what Glenn is, a deliverance minister. He studied with Jerry Williams, I believe is the gentleman's name, and took a bunch of courses. And with that is when we're able to do it. So when I have a nasty spirit come to my house, that's who I call, or Glenn, my buddy Glenn, to come and take them out.
Was he the tall guy with the dark hair that went on investigation with us?
Yeah, with the spiky hair.
Yeah, spiky hair. He's kind of like, yeah, he reminded me of that. What's that other dude, Zach Baggins or whatever? He's got the spiky hair, you know. So
kind of like that, yeah. Or Glenn Danzig. He kind of looks like Glenn Danzig a little bit.
Exactly.
But that's who we use because, you know, there's all kinds of stuff that you run into out there, and they don't all go so easily, you know.
Nope. I will tell you what. I've had some nasty ones, and they leave with a stank on them too. Boy, they are just They don't.
Yeah. I've had them leave my legs bloody.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at some of my pictures, you can see the blood running down my legs from the investigation where I
Wow.
didn't go in.
Wow, that's pretty scary that you've had that, physical, evidence of them just not being nice. I know that when I was at one house and I had came across it literally hit, when I was expelling and casting it out and banishing it, it literally, when it was leaving, hit me with a full brunt force, like almost if a football player was tackling me, and it knocked me sideways. I was able to grab my footing, but I will never ever forget that feeling of that brute force, hitting me like that. And it was like no joke. And then it stayed around the perimeter huffing and puffing. And, so I, finished it on out and took care of business. But you know what? I will tell you, it just makes you really think about, how much, even though if it's a spirit or an energy, when it puts its mind to it, how much collective force it has to will to try to do whatever damage or pain or inflict whatever on the people who are investigating or expelling them.
Exactly. Yes, it's something else.
Hey, it could be in a UFO, John. I'm just saying.
Now, have you ever ran or come across something that you feel like maybe is interdimensional, something that's not human but not demonic?
If anything, I think anything close to that's going to be shadow people, The one girl that had the orbs coming out of her, that she was growling. I was watching a shadow person run through her building, run in and out of the corner of her house, his apartment. A brick wall is running right through it like if nothing, running circles through the corner and out the other side, round and round and round.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, definitely not from this world. I want to say shadow persons.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Monroe House in Indiana?
No, I have not. I've been to quite a few places in town in the States, but never the Monroe House.
You got to go there. Put that on your bucket list. The guys that run it, or the couple that runs it, they're amazing. And that house is every investigator, I think, needs to experience that house. So
interesting.
That place it's insane. It really is. There's something there that is not human, not of our world. It's crazy. People mistaking it for a demon. I don't believe it's a demon, but maybe if you were to go there, you can. I'd love to hear what your thoughts were on it. And another thing is, where can we find your? You said you have your findings of shadow people. Do you share them on like a YouTube channel, or is there somewhere that you share your experiences at?
Actually, yeah, I've got about 120 videos on YouTube just under San Antonio Ghost Hunters. Okay. So your listeners can go there and take a look, or they can look us up on Facebook, San Antonio Ghost Hunters. There's quite a few videos there. Even we were lucky enough to do an episode of the My Ghost Story caught on camera for the Bio channel about 7 or 8 years ago. And that video is also on our website. They're on Facebook.
Nice. That's cool. That's always fun to do. I was on Paranormal Survivor last year.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun when they pay your airline ticket, they pay your hotel, to give you the per diem. It's like, heck yeah,
Oh, they didn't do that for me. They came to me, and
well,
They didn't give me. They didn't even buy me lunch. They're like, in fact, they're like, you know what? We could probably get done early. Let's get done early. We're not going to take a lunch break. I'm like, what? Okay. You know what? I didn't care because I wanted to leave too because I was leaving for Arizona the very next day. So I was okay with it, and it was just fun though. It was a client of mine, and I so we had fun doing that.
Nice, yeah. They sent us out to Hollywood. They looked at some videos on YouTube, and they were like, "Can you send me some clips from that Esma investigation?" Sure. I sent them all the clips, and then about a week later, they called me and they said, "Hey, call to congratulate you. Your clips are going to be made an episode of Michael's Story caught on camera. Can you be in Hollywood in 2 weeks?" I'm like, "Heck yeah, I can be in Hollywood in 2 weeks." So
Yeah.
about 2 hours later, I had Southwest Airlines ticket reservations, DoubleTree Hotel. They picked me up in a Range Rover.
All right.
DM. It was pretty cool.
Did you get a cookie?
Yeah, and a cookie and a little gold star too.
Nice. That's the thing about DoubleTrees, the cookies.
Yeah.
Sorry. And I don't know it from staying myself. I know because I worked real close to DoubleTree Hotel, and I knew someone that worked there, and they would bring us the cookies. Oh, those cookies they're good. Sorry. It's bad when you think of a place and it makes you think of food. So sorry.
No, the studio gave us I think it was St. Pauli girl. What's that beer? Pauli girl. It's a girl with like a white dress on it.
Okay.
Yeah, because all the teams that were filming, we weren't Hollywood actors. We were all like nervous and stuff.
Right.
Like, here, take this, it'll calm your nerves. Calm your nerves. Everybody was drinking beer before they went on stage. It was cool. So we got to film there, and then they came back and they sent one guy only back to San Antonio. We filmed at the house that where all the activity was going on. It was interesting. It was cool.
That's really cool.
But I will mention this real quick. People talk about Ghost Adventures or other show tabs faking evidence and stuff. I will tell you a little story real quickly about that filming. When we set it up, there was an EVP, and I think the girl's name, her name was Lily. The EVP said, "I'm Lily," or something like that, right? Well, the studio got their wires crossed, and they thought it was Maria. They're like, "Where's the EVP for Maria? Send it to us. We didn't get it." We're like, "Maria? What are you talking about? There's no Maria." They're like, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So when the episode came out and we hear Maria, I'm like, what are you talking about? They faked the EVP, guys.
Oh.
They faked the EVP, for the show.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the only one part that was fake. All the rest was solid, real EVPs. But kind of, makes you wonder, are some of these shows just Hollywood, are they just entertainment?
And I'm in agreement with you, and that's why I like talking to real deal investigators, the one that has been doing this for years, that's in it in the nitty gritty, that really talk to the people and the families, because that separates the Hollywood BS crap from the real deal, and from us, the ones that are really out there legitly trying to find that true evidence, and to help those families out there. And I do appreciate that you do distinguish between the both of those things, because it's very important to establish that there are real people with a real mission out here to really do the right thing, and really constitute the true paranormal experience, and to debunk what is not. So thank you for sharing that means a lot.
No problem.
It is. It's very important for us. I mean, the thing is, when they do that kind of stuff, I'm going to say the normal people, the people that don't investigate, it puts on a persona for them, and it makes us look bad. That's really what bothers me. Like when they go in, they twist the history, and they do things just to twist and make it to fit the story that they want to tell for their show, to make it entertaining, so they can get their ratings or whatever, and feel special for what they do. It really, for the real investigators, it makes things harder for us. and I think it is important for people to know the difference. So definitely.
I agree. I think the one that does that a whole lot, I'm a big fan of their show, but I think it is Zach Bagans.
I am in agreement with you. He is not on my happy list. I will say that. So, but
they've captured some good stuff over the years. I've been to his museum like 3 times already.
We'll go to his museum.
I don't know if you guys have gone to his museum.
I'm in Ohio. I don't get out to Vegas very often. I need to go there.
Cheap airfare right now.
There's probably no line. They're actually shutting down casinos. Actually, if you ask me, this is the time to go.
When I was there in the museum, as soon as I walked in the very first room, I got a real bad headache. So I stepped out, and outside of that room, there's a long hallway. And I looked down the long hallway. I see the shadow person. He's going back and forth in the hallway. So I tell the security guard, I said, "Hey, man, there's a shadow person down there." He goes, "Oh, yeah, we've all seen him. He's down there." I was like, wow, that's pretty incredible to see that. And then I went into the Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi had a scarring mirror that he would scar, and I would make sure that I was the last person, because they give everybody a chance to walk up to the mirror and see what you can see. So I made sure that I was the last person to walk up to the mirror, and I just kind of relaxed my eyes, closed my eyes, and I opened them, and I was just looking. I looked in the mirror, and in the mirror behind me there was a little black orb, maybe about the size of a 50-cent piece. It was just cruising behind me. And I told the tour guide, I said, "Hey, man, I just saw a little black orb in the mirror behind me." And he says, "Oh, you must be sensitive." He goes, "Numerous people have reported that to me, but it tends to be the people that are sensitive that can see stuff like that." And it was pretty cool. I wound up getting scratched 2 times in there, plus the orb that I saw, plus the shadow person. Unfortunately, they don't allow you to film audio or video, any type of recording there at all. But if any of your listeners have a chance, although the museum is closed right now, I really highly recommend going into the museum. There's a lot of cool stuff, death-related stuff in the building. I think even if none of that stuff was there, the building alone has its own spirits that have been in there, that are there.
Wow, that's awesome.
I really want to go there. I have some friends. That have a couple locations. There's a place in Buffalo, New York, Paranormal Oddities, if I could speak. Paranormal Oddities. That place, that's on my bucket list as well. And honestly, that's going to be easier for me to get to, seeing that it's only a couple hour drive from me. And there's also another paranormal museum in West Virginia, right by Moundsville Penitentiary, called Archives of the Afterlife. That place I've been to, I've investigated. They have some amazing things in there, and that headache that you got right when you walked into Zach Bagans' museum, you'll get it there too.
Oh, they wanted you out then. That's usually what a headache is, trying to run you out. Get out.
There's this one doll there that I need to go and try and communicate with more. It's still, whenever I think of it now, I can just feel it. So it affected me when I was there. I need to go back there. So, and it's inexpensive investigation. So if anyone finds themselves in Moundsville, West Virginia, Archives of the Afterlife is a cool place. And then, of course, you can get a day tour of the Moundsville Penitentiary. Or if you're lucky enough to do a full investigation of Moundsville Penitentiary, still stop at Archives. Do a full investigation of Archives the next night. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. It's in an old school, and everybody knows old schools, they have a lot of energy, and that building does not disappoint either. So that's so cool, though. I need to go to Zach's because he's got the Dr. Gavorkian's van there, doesn't he?
That's the room that I got scratched in as soon as I walked in too. I forgot to mention that. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. The van is definitely there. Kevorkian's van, David Korish's Camaro, Michael Jackson's death chair, the stuff that he has, the stuff that he has from, oh God, what was that name? Charles Manson. He's got some extensive personal items from Charles Manson. Charles Manson would make some really cool little spiders out of, I don't know, out of wire or something, multicolored. They're really, really cool. And he even has a painting, and that the eyes are painted with the ashes of him.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, that's really creepy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Multiple stuff. A lot of stuff. Even Patrick Swayze, some of his death memorabilia is also. There's just so many skulls and whole skeletons. It's an amazing place. And
the thing is about Zach is that I mean, I know when he does his shows, you know, he's very much into the dark, and he's always calling out demons, right? I think that he does that for a little bit more reasons than just the ratings. Personally, I mean, I don't know the guy. I never met him, but just from like watching his documentaries and everything, it seems like he might have something going on that he doesn't want to control. I think that he might have something dark attached to him.
He does, and we'll talk about that after the show. But yeah, that's some things I'll confirm with you too that I saw about him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Typical investigator, got his spirits, got his own spirits.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But the other place to hit in Vegas, if you go to Vegas, is the Pioneer Saloon. It's about 30 minutes south of Vegas. Mm-hmm. They did an investigation there in the early years, and you could actually go and investigate the Pioneer Saloon, some of the surrounding areas there.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, daytime tour. I walked around there. It's a cool place.
I would love to do like an old saloon. I want to do an old Western mine. Those are I went to an old mining town in Arizona, but I've never been in an old mine. I think it'd be a lot of fun to experience that. What's going on over there, Zarina?
I was just laughing at it. I was thinking about the bunny ranch out there because it's Las Vegas. But
I've been to Vegas.
The bunny.
I used to live in Vegas. I spent like 5 years in Vegas.
You know the
we know the bunny ranch. That's hilarious. Guys, we have been on for an hour and 52 minutes.
I know. This show has been so awesome. I love it.
It ended up, I'm glad that we ended up calling you and John and doing it this way because this ended up being a lot of fun.
It was.
I'll tell you what, with my family and stuff, it's hard for me to get up and travel and stuff. If you're ever up in or close to Ohio, let me know. I would love to do an investigation with you sometime. I think that we could. I can definitely tell that you are sensitive, and me being an empath, when I investigate with people who are also sensitive, we end up having some pretty good experiences. So I definitely, if you are ever find yourself up in the northeastern portion of our country, which I like to call the armpit of America, please let me know. I'd love to. And if I ever find myself down towards Texas or Louisiana, any of those areas, I'm going to let you know too, because I think that
well, you guys know I'm in Pensacola, so if you want a cold beer and stick your toes in the sand, y'all can come down here. And like Fort Pickens is a big place to investigate down here, and Geronimo was down here, so there's a lot of local legends and myth and things about that. So
yeah. So we need to go. We have like all we need is someone in like Northern California or like Washington, and then we'd have like almost every corner. We would need like someone from like Iowa. So we need
know people from Iowa.
We need to get someone from Iowa, and we need to get someone from Washington.
Tell Sean.
Okay, I got you covered right here because Danny's from Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Okay.
So I will get you that information. So see what you do.
That, and we can all like collaborate as investigators on a show. Wouldn't that be fun? We all like collaborate from the different corners of our country. I think that would be fun.
And see, this is what I'm saying. You ask and you shall receive. You just manifested and you got it again twice in the show what you wanted, John. I'm just saying, baby girl. I mean, dude, you got to get on this lotto thing for us. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Yes, for sure. Miss Sean, I will take you up. The closest I've been is I was at Bobby Mackey's, so I could see Cincinnati, Ohio, but I was on the other side of the river from it.
Yeah, I'd go to Bobby Mackey's. That's a 4-hour drive for me.
Oh, we got some crazy evidence out of Bobby Mackey's. The best thing I got was a shadow person right by the what did he call that? The portal to hell, or what did he call gateway to hell? Whatever he called it. Yeah, right outside. I was walking past the table. I and I heard boom, 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 footstep, boom, 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 boom. I turned around and I said, "Stop that!" And it stopped.
Wow.
So when I got back to Texas, I reviewed the tape. Well, the shadow person was running on the other side of the table, which I got on film. Then he came around the table, and that's when I heard his footsteps, and that's when I turned around. But we got EVP after EVP after EVP. There was only 3 of us, and all of Bobby Mackey's for like 6 hours. The other girl got scratched upstairs. She got scratched downstairs. It's the same thing like Waverly Hills. EVP after EVP after EVP. The shadow persons. Oh man, there was like packs of them at Waverly Hills. It was crazy. But we were going to spend all night at Waverly Hills, but the bats ran us out about 4 o'clock in the morning. Let me tell you, those bats love those headlights when you put the little elastic headbands on with the light on the front of it. Oh, don't ever wear that. They're blind as a bat? I don't think so. They love those lights. They almost nail me in the forehead.
I actually we were again at the Monroe house, and I had a bat come flying at me. I was holding a camera, and that was not fun. I don't know. There's certain things that I don't know. Bats, I don't like them. I'm not a fan.
I don't like lettuce.
Lettuce?
I don't like rabies.
Yeah, so we're good.
Right?
They're just vicious.
I can handle snakes, though. I'm okay with snakes.
Yeah, me too.
But not bats.
Oh,
I'm okay with that. All right, guys. So with that, I don't want to take up any more of anyone's time. I know we've all got to work tomorrow, and I don't know if anyone else has. Man, my kids, they're not at school. They're getting homeschooled. So anyways, so yeah, I know everyone's got a lot going on. So I appreciate you coming on, John, and being with us for so long tonight. It's been a blast. It really has.
I do. I loved it. I've had an amazing time with you guys.
Yep.
So, John, just real quick before we sign off here, can you just let everyone know where your YouTube channel again and where people can find your team on Facebook?
Certainly. My team is San Antonio Ghost Hunters. That's what you want to search for on YouTube and also on Facebook.
Oh, okay. That easy. Awesome. And I'm going to go look it up too, because I'm very eager to see what your evidence is. So, hey, thank you again for coming on. And everybody, please be safe, stay healthy. And just real quick, if anyone has anything that they want to promote, their team, just want to come on, talk about the paranormal, have fun, please contact myself, Zarina. You can message us on Facebook, message our Into the Abyss on Facebook, or message RU Media Network on Facebook. Let us know you want to be on the show, and we'll make sure to get you on, and we'll have a good time and help you promote, or we'll just talk paranormal. So thank you again, everybody. Please make sure to check out the RU Media YouTube channel. The two guys, Eric McGill and David Wolliver, who run RU Media, actually just came out with a new video that they did on Madison Seminary, and it's phenomenal, guys. It's awesome. It's on the RU Media YouTube channel. Subscribe so you can find out when more of their videos come on, and also you can watch our show live there and communicate, just like a lot of people did through Facebook with us. So thank you again, everybody. We will see you guys next week. We have more great guests. So, Melvin, thank you. He has been here this entire time.
I love you, Melvin. I'm going to call you soon. I miss your face.
All right. John, thank you again. I really appreciate it. And you are welcome on anytime. So just
and thank you, John.
Yeah, you're literally anytime.
All right.
All right. Yeah, have a good one.
This is Crow out.
Bye-bye.
Caw, caw.
Crow.
Crow, 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 crow.
Everybody.